Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Nioh. Last time we began the Spider Nest Castle, and we're picking up from the shrine where we left off. Up this hill, we have a group of 3 more of the very tiny spiders. We are going to weed whack them down with a low stance light attack for the Kusarigama. And we're going to draw this one a little bit further down the ramp, because waiting for us at the top of the ramp is a new yōkai type, who is gonna roll a boulder at us if you go too far up. There's also a skeletal archer waiting up there. Oh, no, we got a little bit too close. The trigger for him to roll the boulder is, I guess, the threshold of the gate. Snipe him, that's a nice 2K. And then, oh, I really like these guys. The purple glow, the accent glow is nice. They also have a design element which I really like, and that's the sash of skulls. Because from a distance you can mistake them for like a monk's prayer beads. And they are called Onyudo. They are just like the Cyclops enemies, with their fist attacks from the front, except those ones can whip their tongues laterally and vertically. Still really easy to get behind them and kill them. Not a big problem. Good that we're getting at least a few arrows, because we're actually going to burn through a lot of arrows in this mission between pulling enemies, sniping, flechers, shooting down the large-sized mini-boss spiders, and shooting the mid-sized ones down from ceilings and walls. We're definitely going to be burning through a lot of those. That is our second kodama of the mission. We should be on track to get all of them. Really glad I stepped on that egg just to pull this small spider out so he wasn't adding into the fight with the yōkai. As a rule of thumb, no matter what the size, any of the individual spiders, the small, medium, and large ones, they're all really weak on their own. But any of them, even the smallest ones, paired with another enemy type, become dangerous. Because they all share a basic moveset. And that moveset includes the purple web that they spit out, which severely slows you down. So any of them adding on to a boss fight, or any of them adding on to any enemy fight, is bad news. And just like that, we get our third kodama off of the rooftop, off the awning. See, I know there's a spider in here. You're in that corner. It's a pretty looking effect. Just really annoying when you are dealing with something else. So, as often as possible, try to pull them apart from packs. Oh, it's really nice when you find them in the corner like this as well, because they can't do their little routine where they jump all over the place and evade you really easily. In this case, should look familiar because it leads right back out to the bridge and the shrine. See, nah, this is too small for one of the spiders to be nesting in. And before we activate our second spider that's going to give us, not a Himorogi branch, the teapot set. We're going to try to pull a few of these. I don't think I can get any closer before that activates. Let's see. I just kind of edged it. He's going to come out if I go any further, though, so we'll just do that. Get our living weapon on, and get behind him. Whoa! Yeah, these things are pretty agile and very evasive. That counts for all of them, including the medium-sized ones. Those ones are just too low to the ground to hit sometimes. And we didn't miss any kodama or anything, so we're cool there. We'll go through that gate in a second. I think it's... Hello! Get the weed whacker out. I think it is mostly correct to go down this left path first. There's another spider in here. Good, good, good. Good. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason not to do this path first. Up ahead, there is a door that's locked from the other side. We'll open that shortcut up much later. Oh, shit, I didn't realize how low my stamina had gotten. I figured it was probably better to just take the hit than have my stamina broken and leave myself open for a follow-up combo. I know you're patrolling around. Oh, I didn't lead him correctly. Oh well, we got the Onyudo in an awkward spot, so we're gonna try. That whiffed. How? We're gonna try to lead him up here into a much more advantageous spot to fight him in. Ah, whoops, wasn't blocking. Still, that doesn't do too much compared to all of the other things he can do. Like if you get tagged by the first hit of his punch combo, that's generally going to be death. If you get tagged by that, that's going to hurt a lot. Or if you try to block it, it's going to break your stamina immediately. His tongue attacks just cover weird angles. Rather than being a direct threat, they're just there to kind of poke you out of weird spots that, like, the other Cyclops enemy couldn't really deal with. Like, if you're behind him, he has that whip attack. If you're kind of at a medium range where he can't punch you, he can at least do the tongue attack to you. So it covers a couple of extra ranges and spots that you would normally be able to fight him from. Really like that enemy. One of my favorite yokai up to this point. I know one of these egg sacs probably has a mini spider in it. Oh, I thought I was going to break the one on the left. And around the corner. It's always worth checking around the corners of buildings. There's always the kodama there. Always. Sometimes. Maybe. And this is a situation that we have to start looking out for now. Are spiders hanging from the ceilings. Because they don't just drop on you and do a little bit of damage when they come down if you pass underneath. They actually have a unique grab attack when they pounce on you. And it does probably close to 3/4 of your health, if not more by this point in the game. Looks like he may have had iframes on that jump back. Like, almost player-like levels of iframes on that. Because I don't feel like that whiffed. Starting to utilize that dashing light on high stance a little bit more to open them up. Just do a really quick little dashboard because the dash attack activates very, very quickly. And because the button presses are so responsive in Nioh, it makes it very simple to do that. There's not like a whole lot of input lag. There's not a lot of feeling of heaviness. Something about the sky just now really reminded me of Siren Blood Curse. Again, we can't go up the path behind us because that was locked from the other side. So we have the rest of that path cleared off, so we can now enter this residence. Where a lot of the walls are going to be... a lot of the partitions are going to be breakable. That should be good. It's not going to kill, is it? No. Oh, and it even locked onto another one automatically through the wall. So we know that's there now. Because, again, it's a breakable partition, we can do this. Oh, that was so well aimed! That felt really, really, really good. Man, I love you, Nioh. Why you gotta be so good? So... this house might look kind of maze-like because... but because so many of the walls are destructible, you can just kind of clear a path straight through it. We're gonna bit my tongue. We're gonna draw this spider out so he doesn't add on to the giant skeleton we're about to have to fight. Oh, I love that. So easy to get around. Leaves him very open. Okay, now we can trigger the skeleton. Skeleton warriors! Da 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 da! Oh! Okay, let's dispel this, and then that'll make it a little bit clearer to fight him. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not fighting them like I normally do. Actually doing a whole lot of unusual, weird shit. That's okay. Probably it could have afforded to just take an extra hit a moment ago. I was feeling a little bit weird about that. So now follow this path all the way around the house to the other side. And is that a mimic? No, it's not. Oh, eventually we'll get to those mimics. Nioh has some really cool mimics. And we get another kodama back here. And a spiderweb ramp right back into the house. Oh, shit. Some of the breakable debris alerted the yōkai back here. Otherwise, you would have been able to come around the corner and get backstab on him. This works too, though. If a yōkai has a breakable horn that's easily in reach of one of your attacks, it's always going to be super easy to just combo them to death. It's just about that first initiation. Oh, where did you trigger from? Oh, right across the hall. I'm gonna shoot him. Not trade. Because I'm worried that if I run across to attack him, that guy was gonna aggro, which he would have. Nope, 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 nope. I was gonna yank myself in. Gonna pick that stuff up without summoning the Revenant. Okay, here we go. We finally found the doors that lead back out into the yard. I'm gonna finish the house off real quick before we do that. Because there's another path that's gonna open up from that. Whoop, almost ran right in. Let's do this from the other side because I think there's a medium spider in here. Just break some of this shit to give us more room to fight in. Yeah, that's acceptable. No, I think we can just do it this way. Like, the spider walked over some of the egg sacs, but nothing spawned from them. Which is fairly lucky for us. Good, good, good. And we got the title Spider Cutter. What kind of yokai spawns from this? Is this one of the katana, or is this another skeleton? Either way, we're going Weed Whack mode on that. Oh, that low stance is so useful for the tiny beings. The tiny beings ring. Yes, it is one of you. You're at a weird angle, though. Because of the way their stances work, it can be a little bit difficult to get around to the left side to hit the horn. Not mattering too much. Holy shit, that was a really cool sequence. Damn, that was good. Even have to break the horn. This is the reason you come into the residence, because you get the key to the castle gates. And you also get a hot spring out here. Which we'll just, you know, bathe all our kodama buddies who are sitting in their bowls. Ah, like little rafts. I'm not sure what that buff is. It might be a small amount of continuous health regeneration, it looks like. After you get out of the hot spring. Lasts for a little while. Like, not the most impactful thing in the world, but hey, it's nice and it lasts. So over time, it might actually regenerate a pretty decent amount of health. We're going to open this door that leads back into the yard, which may or may not be owned by Roman Reigns now. There's some property disputes going on, or so I've heard. And there's a webbed landing leading down into a pitfall, which is very much so safe. It's also the path to at least one more kodama and one more teapot set, or teapot fragment. And if we hadn't taken the path earlier that led into the short version of one of these caves, this would be the first this would be the first time that you're introduced to some of the spider ambushes where they're clinging to the walls and the ceilings, getting ready to jump on you. This one should not do that because it's so low to the ground. There are a couple of tricky setups they use, though. I did get everything in here. Yep. Okay, so we got a lot going on. I think this one should be good, too. Maybe we'll... Yeah, okay. Fortunately, you can't angle the strong attack up. That one will definitely come and grab me if I pass under him, so... Or if I even get nearby. That was a really good sequence because none of the attacks went wide and broke the spider eggs nearby. The one that I just shot down, if you run up to that corpse with the item on it, that's when it tries to ambush you. Man, I didn't mean to trigger this early because there's a yōkai patrolling around. But hitting him from behind broke his stamina immediately. Even got some living weapon duration back from killing some of the other small spiders that spawned with him. I think I'd rather deal with this first. There's a lot of these set up around here. Come to me. Come on. Yeah, that dash attack works really well for just getting them into hit stun before they could start their stupid evasive maneuvering. That's usually the biggest problem I have fighting the medium spiders, is just getting them to sit still long enough to combo them. Oh, I'm actually gonna get it. He didn't notice me. It's not, like, the most impactful thing in the world, but hey, 1,000 damage for free? At this point, with all the damage I'm doing from behind and the multi-hit, I'm wondering if it's actually worse to backstab them. It's 1,000 damage versus... How many times am I hitting them, and for how much with a light attack on high stance? How many times would I hit them at the back before they turned around? I think it might be pretty close. Because even if it's only about 300-ish, I hit them 4 times, it's still better than the backstab. Especially since the larger yōkai don't actually stagger. Like against the normal human enemies, where they go into a knockdown state after you backstab them. If they don't die outright. Oh, what the? I heard you, but I'm wondering where you even came from. Yeah, either way, I like the backstab. Okay, so we've seen what's below that corpse. We were down there a little while ago. And we've cleared out the rest of the cave. We got the kodama, we got the teapot fragment. This ladder leads out to a completely new location, which confused the hell out of me because one of the places that it leads to looks very similar to the village that you're in at the like near the beginning. And in fact, one of the pathways coming up does lead back to the beginning. One of them leads to a spot that is just very similar looking, which is where the confusion comes from. Now that I think about it. What are you doing? Are you just trying to get finishing blow? The archer reset? Yes, he did. Oh no, I just saw him knocking the arrow. He reset for a second, but... Okay, maybe this time he wants to come up the hill. This is the most arrow-efficient way to do this, but... I have enough arrows to get through the rest of the missions, so we should be good. If not, I will have to improvise. I still have... Oh, I still have a lot of ammunition for all the guns that I have not been using, so that's not a problem. Again, the Siren Blood Curse Sky. The eerie sound of a baby crying. Again, I knew I heard that before. I wasn't going crazy. Let's see, I didn't miss the cliffside path, right? That's coming up later? I think so, yeah. This is really, really cool. We found a really good sweet spot. That enemy I like a lot. Just like the Unudos. It was a little bit hard to see. And you only got to see him for a second, but it was a yōkai called Biwa Bokoboku. And the demon itself was not the man who was playing the lute, but the lute itself. And its critical hit point was the string on the lute. I got trapped. Which is why they had that glow, that yellow glow. And you have to be careful when aggroing them because they can summon things. The elemental infused floating skulls, and they can also activate nearby revenants, which is why, as I approached it, it started to pulse. But I didn't get close enough to fully activate the revenant, and I was able to snipe the Biwa Bokoboku. Okay, that doesn't activate from proximity because the nest is high on the guard tower. 2 arrows. We're still good. I'm lucky he didn't land on me. That would have hurt a little. Well, stay still. Stay still and take the combo. So there's a lore note. I'm reading a memory for this stage about the types of yōkai that the Biwa Bokoboku belongs to. It's called a Tsukumogami. And Tsukumogami are everyday objects that can become possessed by spirits. And if the object was treated well by its owner and cared for, the Tsukumogami will be benevolent. But if it was mistreated or neglected, it'll come to life as a vengeful spirit. And these Biwa Bokoboku are one of those class of yōkai. I think they're a really cool take on the summoner archetype of enemy. Like the Bell Maidens that bring the enemies back to life in Yargul and Bloodborne. Stuff like that. That type of enemy. We got a little problem here. We can kick this ladder down. I'm just gonna slowly inch my way towards it. Then we are climbing up that guard tower and dealing with this problem. Yeah, no. You have no time to unsheath that sword, friend. And they're named Biwa Bokoboku after the kind of lute they are playing. I think it's called a... It's a Biwa something. A Biwa lute. I think there is another name for it. It's not the other kind of stringed instrument you hear a lot in Japanese music. Oh shit, what is it called? Shira, something? It starts with an SH. It's like a 3-stringed instrument, but I don't think it's one of those. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy that I can't remember this now. Someone will know. Anyway, I think at this point, we're now back at the beginning. I think this may have been the path that led us back to the beginning. And we'll know once we move a little bit forward. because we'll come back to the shrine. We'll loop around to that eventually. That's what makes the tiny spiders dangerous, is that they have that same ability to spit webs at you as all of the other ones. It doesn't hurt as much when it connects, but it does the same status ailment. Yeah, this was the beginning. Okay, cool. So we have our bearings at least. It can be a little bit of a confusing level. Wait, is this... Can I get to where I'm trying to go from here? I don't think this had the hill leading up. No, I do have to take the hill path to the left of the shrine. Or rather, to my right now. But we never sat at a shrine, so nothing respawned, including the Onudo up here. The Onudo and the boulder do respawn if you die or sit at the shrine, by the way. Don't just charge up there. Yeah, this is where we were trying to go. This, we never went up this hill before because this was the gate to the castle, which we only got the key from the residence. The key for from the residence. Oh, there's gotta be something in here. Oh no, that's a good fake out. And I didn't miss the cliffside path. I was right, it was later on. Just gotta be a little bit careful. So if you look up ahead, there is... Oh shit! I got so lucky! I was just saying if you look up ahead, I was looking at the spider. That enemy normally tries to push you off the cliff. That's why he's placed there like that. Oh shit. That was scary. I almost didn't even get the chance to open that shortcut up. Not that it matters too much. It's not a very impactful shortcut, given that we're so close to the shrine anyway. I guess this leads to us having to fight a few less enemies. Yeah, I guess it's fewer enemies going this way if we do die. Because it's just the one medium spider. And then you're right here. Okay. So I guess the shortcut isn't quite as insignificant as I made it sound a second ago. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go into Weed Whacker mode. Change of plans. We're going to fight the big one in this choke point. Thought I could get away with just spawning one of the small spiders, dealing with that, and then activating the big one. Or the medium one. But now we're good. God, what a versatile moveset. And then we have this. Shit. I really underestimated a couple of things about him. Like how quickly he spawns and how much damage the web does. Okay, new plan. We gotta regroup. We gotta get him back to the spawn point. Because that's a more open space to fight him in. And then we have to dodge that. Whoo, bye. Bye. There's number 4. You might have noticed we went from getting fragment number 3 to 5 a little while ago. That's just because of the roundabout way we got here. So that is number 4, leaving us 5 in total. We have 1 through 5 now. And we can climb back up because we're done with the cliffside path. And the only thing left, I believe, is to go straight on into the castle, which we will get around to next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.